one too many, you're going to have this page and how it comes up, and you're going to have all these different things to look at. Your kit number on the left hand side is going to be anything with the M is 23andMe. G could be generic. It could be Genes for Good. In this case, that's what these tests are. A for Ancestry. T is for Family Tree DNA. I have no clue what this is for P, so I don't know. But anyway, so you come to this one too many page. Obviously, you see, DNA match with kit. This is my kit number. It says my father's last name. You have all this information. So the next you have type. This is going to be the format that it comes in. A V4 is a newer version of 23andMe than V3, obviously. Ancestry is on F2, where they just recently updated. You're going to see this is for lists. So let's see. If we click the list button, what it does is you're going to pop it open into a new tab. And when you pop it into a new tab, it's going to show that person's DNA matches. So on this one, I have my own DNA matches, but because I went to my first one in the list, which is my son, it now pops open his list. So this is going to be all of my DNA matches and my husband's DNA matches, his father's DNA matches. And then you're going to have to try and figure out, and that's why it's best if you test you and your husband. Now, if for whatever reason, sometimes a husband, a dad or whatever is deceased or something like that, you can test one of their children. The only thing is you have to remember you're going to get the mom and the dad's DNA matches, and you're going to have to learn how to go through those. So let's go and close this. Okay, the next you're going to have select. Now what you're going to do with select is you're going to go through. You can check. It doesn't matter who you check off. It's whoever you're going to be looking at. And what you're getting there is if you go back up here, what you're going to get is you're going to have the 2D chromosome browser and a 3D chromosome browser. You have all these options to look at. And if we looked here, you can do the X, but if you're a beginner, the X is not the place to start. Then you have autosomal. So let's go on and pop that open. Now, if you remember, I just went through and chose random. I didn't even look who they were. This is all pretty close family. Obviously, here I am. That's going to be me. Here's my kit number. My son. Now, as you see right here, you have 3587 centimorgans. That's typical to be a mother-child match. Now, this one is as well. My child, slightly lower with the Genes for Good. This is a Genes for Good test, so it is slightly lower. Now, we have 1429 here, centimorgans, and that's pretty typical for, she is my aunt, 900 for a great aunt. This is a second cousin. She's at 305, and we actually found out that two of her lines, she is actually a cousin to me, so it actually makes her have a little bit more DNA connection to me than the average second cousin. I guess within range, but a little bit more than usual. And then here you have this person who I have no idea whatsoever. It says that this person matches me at 57 centimorgans. And what you can actually do is go over here to Google and type in DNA cousin chart. So, DNA cousin chart. Let's see. We're going to use this one right here. It's isogg.org. It's a very good website. You're going to get a lot of information from that website. So you open up the website and you scroll down, and this page will actually give you an ideal of how much DNA you should be sharing. So I know that this person shares at 57.6. I know that she's on FTDNA, or Family Tree DNA. And so she matches me at 57.6 centimorgans. So we'll scroll down here, slightly more than the 53 right here, which is considered, could be third cousin, could be second cousin twice removed, somewhere in there. But we know this is where we would start looking to try and get an idea of where that person matches. Okay, so if we go back here, then you can start looking at, like, if you go over one more column here, you'll see my son here, and you'll see that he only shares 660.2 centimorgans with my aunt, so his great aunt. So I share 1429, he shares 660, and then let's see here. If we go down to this one right here, which is my great aunt, he shares 464 centimorgans, and so on. So he still shares pretty high right here with my second cousin, which would be his second cousin once removed. Keep getting pop-up here. He keeps getting, So he's a second cousin once removed, because I know that she is my second cousin. We are the same generation. So while we're talking about it, no, once removed does not mean divorced. Once removed means second generation, or a different generation than what you are. So I know that Jill and I share great-grandparents, then it goes down to, my grandparent and her grandparent was siblings, and then so that makes that their children first cousins, then that makes us second cousins. So I would be Jill's mother's first cousin once removed, but that's just an ideal there. You'll want to figure that out. So if we go back here, you have JEDCOM, and that will be everybody that has uploaded family trees to GEDmatch.com. Now, I know that everybody that I put on there, that I checked off in the original screen, if you remember back there, none of them had them. I haven't uploaded it to them, just myself, so it's not going to show them. Next is the match list, segment CSV file, then tag groups. Tag groups is actually fairly new. I've played around with it a little, but it's actually, I believe, a tier 1 option, in which you do not have to have tier 1 GEDmatch. It's completely free for all the original things on it, except for at the bottom you will see a little square that will show you tier 1 things, and that's right here. That's one too many matches new. I don't know anything. I'm not tier 1. I have in the past donated, and that's what it is. It's a complete donation. So you pay if you want the tier 1 utilities, you donate the $10, and it goes to run. I believe it goes to run all of their servers and all that. But that's what I'm going to talk about right now. We'll talk about more about tier 1 in another video.